Hello everybody, Debrix here, back with another video. Today we are going over the LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 set. We have Arin versus Spectral Dragonian Battle. This is technically just called it Arin versus Dragonian Battle, but I'm going to add Spectral in the name because it's part of Part 2, which is a more cooler design for Dragonian, but I have a lot to say on this polybag, but we'll save that for the end. But yeah, you get two minifigures in the set, Arin and Spectral Dragonian. 48 pieces. Set number is 30700 from the Ninjago Dragons Rising set theme. Here is the back of a polybag. It's nothing much. It's just all the legal jargon and stuff like that, and like the different languages and like Kids Go Free stuff. Alright, to start off with Arin himself, we'll review the Spectral Dragonian in a bit. I just want to get the easier minifigure out of the way first. So to start off with Arin, he comes with a standard basic golden katana. Nothing much, it's just your typical like square hilt. Then for Arin, this is just his dark merge outfit we had in January and March, because like it has Cole's season 1 armor piece, except you're missing the helmet piece. You just have his hair, which is an uncommon part, but essentially all the pieces are the same except for the hair piece, which is an uncommon part. All the printing's the same. His head's still the same as, season 1 head print, which I will be reviewing those sets eventually. Don't know when, but eventually. There will be no boxes for those. Yeah, I will say the highlights of this figure, I would say, is the black cloth. Definitely the pink dragon on there is really, really nice. I do like how it has like his Tournament of Sources X symbol or A symbol from Ninjago. That's really cool. I love the pouches as well. That looks really, really nice. On the back you have his name in pink. Well, name in orange, but it has a pink dragon tail on it, which looks really, really nice. Even though this is a repeat, it is a pretty good minifigure, but it's getting overused at this point, in my opinion. Alright, before we move on to Spectral Dragonian, this figure is not a bad figure at all, by any means. It's a good chance to get like a dark Arin, a main character, from Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 for cheap. But bad thing is, it's only found on Lego.com and Bricks and Minifigs and stores related to those stores. Stores related to Lego or second-party Lego stores. Maybe third-party. Yeah, this polybag ranges from $5 to $8. So just to let you all know that. But yeah, now let's get on to the Spectral Dragonian. Alright, first time reviewing a Spectral Dragonian. This is something fresh instead of reviewing Dragonians back-to-back, which we will be doing because I'm 7 months behind. Just letting y'all know that before I get into that. But yeah, Spectral Dragonian here. His accessory is just your typical, spectral blade. You have one Mari Guard Season Seabound Tendril piece, and you have one of those monkey kid hilts. Taking that off. Here's the basic figure itself. This is as simple as you can get with a Spectral Dragonian. It's essentially a scout without the armor. Because I don't have one with me, I don't think. But like, oh yeah, actually I might have one. Alright, so this is from Lloyd's Green Energy Dragon. Not Energy, Green Force Dragon. This is the Dragonian from that set. This is Dragonian from the polybag. As you can see here, the Spectral Dragonian's kind of incomplete if you ask me. Like, all the printing's cool, but like, they should have included at least 1 or 2 armor pieces to make this an actual scout, because in the sets, one of those smaller horns is a scout, but it's just kind of like a non-canon variant with the mohawk. While this was mostly on not canon as well, it could also be used for, just your typical Dragonian on the left side. On the right side, you have like a very incomplete Dragonian, which is kind of disappointing. But like at the same time, like it's an interesting design. They should have made him have like a blue or red mohawk, I would say, and give him some armor as well. If they wanted to do that, they should at least give him the bottom piece of armor and a blue mohawk or black mohawk. Either one would work. Or red if they want to keep this just bare as possible. Alright, sorry about that slight comparison. Yeah, so now the Dragonian itself, you have Thunderfang style, bony Thunderfang style for the torso print. You have translucent arms, which looks really, really nice. You can see the hands through it. That looks very, very nice. The legs, I want to get over this really quickly. I love how there's like dragon scales, technically, that's like fading away because it's going ghost, basically. That is a really cool concept, and I do like that a lot. Instead of like a fabric loincloth, kinda, you have a metal loincloth. Just saying, that's interesting. You have silver toes, no black outlining for some reason. On the back, you have more spectral prints, more fiery spectral prints, and you have more silver armor plating. And on the back of the head, you have the Forbidden 5 symbol in the spectral form. Sorry, I keep thinking this is possession for some reason. And you have a silver pelvis piece with some translucent blue plastic. You can swap these heads around to make it look like it's, spewing out spectral energy, but like it doesn't look as good as, like, let's say wave 1. Then for a head, you have some nice blue. You have this nice minty blue for the base, and you have like cool blue or medium blue for the fiery effects. I really don't know what to call it. You have red eyes, very feral things, I would say. And I haven't seen the episode, so there's not going to be that much spoilers at most. I only remember very minimal things about Season 3 Part 2. I'm still going to watch it when it fully releases on Netflix/Amazon. But yeah, you have red eyes, red mouth, and you have all the fangs, and you have some more more dragon detailing with all the dragon facial features with this nostrils, the unibrowish thing, the teeth holding the fangs, the jaw holding the fangs. It looks very, very nice. Sorry that I dragged this a little bit longer than it needed to be, but I have a lot I want to say about this. And again, I'll say this one more time. Why didn't they include the armor pieces? Like, I understand with the Spectral Wolf clan that they didn't want to include the arms. At least it has a full figure, essentially. This is an incomplete figure. What happened, Lego? Like, it couldn't have been that hard to include those. At least no horns at all would have been fine. Just include the bottom armor piece and the top armor piece. This is still a cool, unique version of a Dragonian, but, like, was this necessary to make a scout version, which it doesn't appear in any other of the sets? You can get like a $10 set and you'll get a little bit better minifigure, I would say. Essentially the same price as 2 polybags, and you will get the full figure of this guy, the Spectral Dragonian. But yeah, I'm rambling. Let's get on to the set. Alright, for the Well of the Lost here, it's really a decently complex build, not too much. It's really simple in all honesty, because they're only using like 40-ish pieces, or maybe like 39 pieces for this whole set. Alright, so you get a palm leafish green, olive green frog. That's interesting. You do have the elixir right there in the middle in trans yellow. You do have a play feature where you can like move this up and down, which is really, really nice. You can like move it up or you can drop it down, which is a really, really cool play feature. I like to keep it in the middle where it's about to go in, or mostly in. And that's connected by like a Technic pin or a Technic stopper. You have some basic bricks. You have a bar piece. No, not a bar piece. You have one of these longer bar axle things. You have the bucket in here where you can have like, get stuff from here. I'm not trying to spoil as much as I did in Season 2. And I did not know that had hair on it. My bad. It won't come off. There we go. But yeah, you're using pretty simple pieces. Some of these are older pieces. Like, for example, like the headlight bricks. These are really old pieces. This has been since I was like a kid, honestly, like with Lego Power Miners. But those pieces are in black. You have some new pieces on the front for the slopes. These are not graded slopes like they used to be. They are completely flat. And that keeps falling down, my bad. But yeah, you have some really nice red and blue accents, but there's really nothing much to go over on this. You do have a bucket, and here's the back side if you're interested. Pretty simple. Really nice build. I would say I do like the mud around it, and the frog, and the elixir, like going into the well, is really, really cool. But yeah, let's get on to the conclusion of this video. Alright, so I don't want to complain too much about this polybag since it's only $5. And you are technically getting an incomplete Dragonian, and you are technically getting Arin's hairpiece, which is a moderately rare hairpiece. But the set build overall, it's actually quite nice. It's quite interesting. It's not as generic as like the Wolf Clan thing, which I have 4 opened of at the moment. Yeah, I would say this Polybag, I would recommend it if you don't have the money to buy for the $10 set. But just knowing you're getting a lesser version of the Dragonian, which is probably the cooler parts of the sets. Because like the Forbidden 5 you're getting are not, a different variant. They're just your same generic variant from part 1 of the season. I'm not going to go into spoilers. But yeah, Dark Arin is still the same as basically all the other variants. But he's more based off the March variant that came with Thunderfang, except he doesn't have the horn piece, which is kind of unfortunate. Because like Cole was basically complete, he was just missing the armor piece in the last year's Polybag. But this one, it's alright. I mean, it's not half bad, honestly. Actually, the build is really good. The minifigures are on the mid side. I would have to give this probably an 8 or 7 out of 10. 7 or 8 out of 10. I can't really determine exactly what I want to rate this because it's still brand new to me. But yeah, overall, 7 or 8 out of 10. You all can diversify between the two numbers of a rating. But if you want the set, you can buy it at Bricks and Minifigs or someplace similar like Lego or a second or third party Lego store. They carry these as well most of the time. I'm not going to say all the time because it varies store to store. But yeah, I would say I would recommend this only if you're a hardcore Ninjago fan. If not, I would just recommend buying the $10 bike set. Even though this is technically a part of a show, the non-canon bike set, you're getting a better Dragonian. But yeah, I think I'll wrap it up here for today. Let's conclude the video. Alright everyone, that's it for my Arin vs. Spectral Dragonian review today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to, you can like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost to 700 subscribers. If I can get to 700, I still need to do a special for 600. I do have some hauls that are undocumented, like some Bricklink and other stuff hauls that I still need to go over. And I will be branching out back to Marvel again, just only by the mech sets and a few of the sets that have Venom in it or Venomized characters. Maybe I'll buy the Osborn set, the Oscorp Tower set. But yeah, that's it. I'm only gonna buy very minimal of those sets. I'm running out of room in my Ninjago room, so I'm gonna be expanding the Marvel into plastic shelves in my storage room. I'm gonna be completely rearranging that room. I'm gonna be completely fixing that room to make it like at least somewhat livable and not like a mess all over the floor. But yeah, I will be doing that soon, and I will be figuring out a 600 subscriber special. It's probably just gonna be another art video because I know a lot of you came here for Ben 10 and Lego Ninjago. So one part is probably gonna be like, don't quote me on this, it could change, is how I make my Ben 10 customs. Another part is going to be like, I'll probably be doing like maybe an updated room tour. I'm not sure yet. I still want to get all of my sets reviewed and displayed. And after that, after I get the majority of it reviewed, I'll probably do another room tour. I still have a lot of stuff I want to re-review and review. All of my older reviews are now lost media to most people. I do have some of it in my archives. If I do want to re-upload it, I want to re-edit it so it's not as crappy quality. Even then, the lighting was really bad. I mean, you can still say that about my upstairs room, but even then, it's not really that necessary. I just got to vacuum the floor and stuff like that and get this room fixed again by vacuuming. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry that I brought this out way too long. It's longer than it needs to be. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.